Hello and welcome. Today is Free Choice Fridays, and I decided that I'm starting to go into the Warhammer 40,000 universe a bit more. Want to get back into Space Marine 2, and I've recently started playing some of the Ultimate Apocalypse mod. Sorry, not Ultimate Apocalypse, the other mod, Unification for Dawn of War Soulstorm. So I thought, well, I might as well make some use out of the sudden resurgence back into Warhammer, where I will actually play through the first Dawn of War campaign, the very first one that came through, and depending on how much I get into it, I can also go through the um, expansion pack for Winter Assault and do the Order and Chaos storylines as well. And I'm doing this through Dawn of War Soulstorm. There are a few mods that float around that will allow you to have the Law and 5 and Tartarus campaigns, and it works through the Soulstorm engine, so you have the better aspect ratio um, for monitors, so it actually supports everything that Soulstorm supports, as well as it's a lot more quality of life features. So a lot of the bugs that were in there, while they haven't been faithfully been replicated across, the overall bulk of it is there. As far as I can tell, going and thinking about how I was looking at it many years ago on the original Dawn of War engine, it seems to play exactly the same. Storyline works, or the animation still works, so it's just ported it straight across over to just Soulstorm engine itself. And I thought, well, might as well actually make the best of it. I am also running this with another mod called DXVK, which is a different wrapper. So anyone that wants to go down that path, you're more than welcome to actually investigate it further. But it allows it to use a different, more up-to-date version of, I think it's OpenGL instead of the old DirectX 9 where there was a lot of memory issues. This is specifically for unification. But since I've got it installed on there, it applies to everything that I've got in Soulstorm. So if you notice it might load a bit quicker or things a bit more responsive, it may be because of that, or it may just because I've got Soulstorm. You just be wary though. Modding is one of those things of it works for me. I'm happy to troubleshoot where I can. If you don't know how you do it, there are videos out there that can help you, and there are communities out there that will help you as well. There is a massive Discord for unification, same with Ultimate Apocalypse being the other main mod that everyone refers to. The Tartarus and Lawn 5 doesn't seem to have a huge community around it, only because it just works. There is nothing that you balance, it's just a port of the campaigns across. So on that note, let us begin the first Dawn Wars campaign. I did play a little bit about 3 or 4 months ago, so I'll just play back from the very beginning, and it should play through all of the movies before and after as well. It seems to be a bit quiet. I will turn it up after this video.
Cowards! You will fight, or you will die.
I am Captain Gabriel Angelos of the Blood Ravens 3rd Company. Status.
My lord, forgive me. We have done all we can to stop the orcs, but we have failed. My men's lives are yours.
You stood your ground in the face of the Emperor's foes. You've done your duty. If your men have failed you, I will leave their judgment in your hands.
Thank you, my lord.
I am not here for your thanks. This port must be held if we are to maintain troops and supply lines to the planet's surface. That is why we are here. Now, what of the wounded and the civilians?
Stranded. We have few ships.
Then you shall have more. All Bloodraven flights execute Protocol 23 and initiate civilian evacuation. We will dispatch the ground forces.
Yes, my lord.
Ground forces, my lord. But the orcs have retreated.
You must know your enemy to defeat them, Colonel. Orcs only retreat to regroup. They will keep coming until you or they are dead. Brothers, let us destroy this alien filth! What a glorious... day for a battle. As the stronghold...
We are the Emperor's chosen.
He who stands with me shall be my brother. Praise the Emperor.
Okay. Cool. So as you can see, it is the exact same campaign that you remember from all these years ago. If you have played through the original Dawn of War, it does play very, very well with the Soulstorm engine. Everything's a lot quicker. I have got this on a M.2 SSD, so it should load very, very quickly.
I await your instructions.
Splendid. The stronghold is complete. We must now set about establishing a proper frontline base. The first thing we need is a chapel barracks. That will allow us to call down more Space Marine squads.
But if you notice that the videos, hopefully it doesn't talk over me again, are a little bit weird with the aspect ratio. It's just the original games weren't designed for widescreen. Soulstorm allowed widescreen support and kind of moved down that path. And it's just one of the fault overs. I don't think there's any real way of fixing that, but anyone's really found a way.
Excellent. The chapel barracks is finished. Now you can build some more Space Marine squads. If we are to defeat these orcs, we will need to call in some special weapons. We must build an armory to get access to them. Go to your chapel barracks and build a squad of Space Marines. These elite warriors will form the core of your military force.
Marine Squad.
Splendid. Space Marine squads are frontline shock troops, armed to the teeth and bred for battle. Space Marine squads form the core of your army. They can be upgraded with special weapons and squad leaders. They are also essential to earning requisition resource. Try reinforcing a Space Marine squad. Use the reinforce icon on the Space Marine squad's taskbar to add more units to the squad. Excellent. We can now keep our Space Marine squads at full strength. Now, when a Space Marine squad loses units, you can spend requisition to bring it back to full strength. Excellent. The armory is operational. The Space Marine squads can now upgrade their standard bolters to flamers and heavy bolters. We must not forget our power needs.
Awaiting orders.
Building a plasma generator will supply us with the power we need to keep our force going. The enemy must start capturing strategic points. These 3 closest strategic points will do for now. Let us capture them first, and then move on to the others. Plasma generators will continue to produce power at a constant rate. But there is a limit of how many plasma generators can be built per stronghold. It is time to hunt down the source of these orcs.
We are the Emperor's
They must have a
chosen.
base somewhere within the
Moving
walls
out.
of this Imperial facility. But
Ever
where?
vigilant.
Now that the strategic point is ours, we must take steps to ensure
us
that
to
it
the
stays ours. Get the servitor to build a listening post on the point to
At
defend
your
it.
command. We are the Emperor's chosen. Faith
Now, I'm
is our
not sure
shield.
if the original game had the ability to just right-click on reinforce and weaponry, where it would actually auto-queue as soon as you had
Ever
enough
vigilant.
resources to do it. I can't tell if it was original or if it came through on Dark Crusade Soulstorm era. But as I said, there's a lot of quality of life from the Soulstorm engine that came across, so things might
Direct
be
us to the
balanced
enemy.
slightly differently. The orcs might die a little bit quicker than they should do, you know, health-wise and stuff. But if we're talking about a 90% recreation with some quality of life, people
Yes,
don't either
most
notice it or
beneficent one.
will actually greatly love the quality of life.
Build routine 721 initiated.
We are the Emperor's chosen. Defending a
Well done. We have
At your
captured
command.
several strategic
Weapons at ready.
points.
It is
Capturing
time.
strategic points and
Here to
building
serve.
listening posts on them earns us more requisition resource,
your order?
which we can
At your
use when we
command.
build squads and equipment. Capture the strategic point, and do
Faith
not
is
allow
our
the
shield.
orcs to take it. Once we
By my
control enough
command.
strategic points,
Attack!
we will force the orcs out of this area. We need to gain control
We
of the
stand
battlefield
ready.
by
Here to
capturing a
serve.
majority
The
of the
enemy is
strategic
attacking.
points. Ah, the orcs have returned. Show no mercy. While the enemies of the Emperor
You're
still
nice,
draw
Babe.
breath, there can be no peace. And look there, a break in the spaceport's defensive wall. They must have blasted their way in. We must destroy this orc camp and any others these foul creatures may have constructed. This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium. The greenskins think they can run. After them, brothers. Kill every last one of them.
Orders received.
Yes, most beneficent one. I will do as you ask,
And queue into that
with
one.
all due haste.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace. Follow me
I
into
don't
battle.
understand the mentality of sending builders out to try and attack me. I understand that orcs themselves will just throw fucking everything, grots and all, but gameplay wise, it's just like, I'm going to throw my engineers at you. It's like sending a servitor, which has no ability to fight. Gretchens don't. They're just...
Excellent. The point is now protected from an orc
little
retaliation. We should continue to build listening posts
aim
on
shall
all
not
our
falter.
captured points.
Health of fucking duplicates. 100 health in total for 5 of them, for 20 each.
We
From
are the
Condex,
Emperor's chosen.
Space Marines have 2-7. And this is before like many of the upgrades which improve it further.
Engaging the enemy.
Here to serve.
Both of them are done.
I will do as you ask.
Got research. In that case, we'll put
My
just
faith is my
playing
shield.
this the entire game.
He who stands with me shall be my brother. Praise the Emperor.
Faith is our shield. Understood.
Some of the downsides of being based off the impossible
Attacking
creatures
as
engine is
ordered.
sometimes the pathing and AI is
This
bad.
orc
That's
camp
it.
was too
Awaiting
small to be the
orders.
sole source of this orc horde. The
Walk
orcs must
softly.
have additional camps
We
at other
stand
locations
ready.
within this area.
Yes, my lord.
We must seek them out and destroy
We
them all.
are the Emperor's
Those
chosen.
Imperial
Taking
Guardsmen
down
look like they
the
could use some
enemies of the
assistance.
Imperium.
Come,
While the
brothers,
enemies
make
of the
haste.
Emperor still
prayers
draw
have been
breath.
answered. Nice.
Here come the Space Marines!
Ever vigilant. At your command.
The Emperor protects. Confirmed.
I need backing up a little bit.
We are united
Form up, men!
in his
There's work to be
service.
done!
Decision
To
secure.
me, brothers.
But
For
then
the
your squad doesn't
glory
get hit
of
as
the
much.
Emperor, what would you have me do? I shall not fail. Walk softly and carry a big gun.
I await your instructions.
Move on.
Initializing
The
build
Emperor
protocol.
protects. I serve mankind.
There's nothing like
Here they
this.
come again. Space Marines, advance.
So, the original, if anyone played Impossible Creatures before, it is a... Turn it down just a fraction. Everything was single unit based. It wasn't squad based in any way. So to have the engine now try and pass 9 or 10 units at a time, it really just didn't work
Faith
too
and
much.
duty.
Like, it works, but it does feel very locked in like 2004, 2005.
We are the Imperial
Confirmed.
Guard. It is time we
I shall
started
not
acting
fail.
like it.
Follow me into battle. Ah, yes. Just as I suspected. A small orc camp. Burn it to the ground.
Yes, my lord.
Oh, I got them. I didn't realise I got them as well.
At your command. Yes, my lord.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace.
Over there. We lost the dude. We just lost the dude.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace. Space Marines, advance! Space Marines, advance!
For anyone who hasn't played Dawn of War, which for anyone who's not really into RPSs, essentially what's happening is they have two sets of health. One is the actual health bar of the total squad, so each individual unit will have
My
X amount of
aim
health.
shall not fall.
There's also morale for a squad. The morale dictates whether they stay in formation or if they break, they end up taking
Reinforce the
more
squads.
damage.
Do not let the orcs get the upper hand. And duty.
They take more damage, less effective in combat, and some of them may run away. So if you lose your morale, it is best to try and retreat the squad where you can. But usually if you've already lost morale,
By my command.
things are not going your way, and flamers just amplify
Excellent.
that because they are
This
anti-morale
orc camp
weapons.
has been destroyed. Agreed. Faith
I
and
don't
duty.
blame that idea. When you've got, you know, 40, 50 dudes, all with flamethrowers, spraying them at you. Yeah, that kind of would break my morale as well.
Yes, my lord.
Walk softly and carry a big
So a lot
gun.
of the play in the
Look
competitive
out!
scene
It's
was
an ambush!
very varied when it comes to weapon choice.
The Emperor protects.
A lot of them were. It really depends on what you're going up against. Like going against Chaos being, you know,
Reporting,
Space
sir.
Marines just evil. You'd want to go with more plasma guns, which are anti-heavy armor. Or if you're doing
Reporting,
Orcs are in
sir.
that similar path where you can get away with other anti-armor, but you always want to try and have some long range, some short range being the flamethrower, long range being the heavy bolter, where it actually takes time to set up, but then you do a lot more damage for that unit. Or you'd go down the path of anti-vehicle with the missile launchers.
We shall
It
know
makes more
no
sense
fear.
to have one squad
My
dedicated
aim
to
shall
one
not
weapon, because
falter.
then you end up, if you do one of each, you have a missile launcher, a heavy bolter,
Reporting
plasma
for
gun,
duty,
and
sir.
a
Yes, my lord.
Okay.
Following orders.
Ordered. One of each. You end up being the problem of the heavy bolter and the missile launcher being the furthest away.
Reporting,
Stop the
sir.
heavy the flamethrower and the plasma gun from actually working until the enemy gets close enough, which then kind of puts
The
the others
Emperor protects.
at risk. So you kind of want to set like 1 or 2 squads with flamers,
Faith is our
and there'd be the
shield.
front line, and then you have heavy bolters and missile launchers in the back line. So the rest is, so those are protected a bit more. The flamers then break morale. Heavy bolters do more damage. Break through that way.
Heresy grows from
Today the
violence.
enemy shall know fear.
Seems like I missed a group down here,
My aim shall not falter.
and I'll grab
Reporting, sir.
my guardsmen, which are just humans,
Yes, my lord. The Emperor protects.
and just tell them
We'll
to
get through
push.
this, I know it. Reporting, sir. Yes, my
Heresy is
lord.
attacking.
capture shit for me. Okay, so the model, well, the capture animation wasn't great, so they must have pulled it across, or it's trying to pull on to what would have been the Imperial Guard animation, but it's not working. If you look at the damage that they're taking now, 600, mouth broken, now we're dropping 100 a second. Just get demolished.
Beware.
Orders received. Moving out. Orders received. Stay
down here.
vigilant, brothers.
More flamer, we lost a couple of dudes, flamer. Yeah, that's
The
everything.
Emperor protects. It looks like the way ahead is blocked.
Faith
We will
is
have
our
to make our
shield.
way around. We are united in his service.
Yes, my lord. Reporting, sir. We're here. We'll get through this, I know it.
Here to serve.
While they're doing nothing, might as well push.
Build routine 721
There's a
initiated.
9 on the map. I've got 6v7 there, 8 there, and 9 at the back.
Yes, my lord. Let them have it!
Push across. For anyone that's actually kind of wanting to know, like, what's the difference between Space Marines, as they are, and the Imperial Guard, Space Marines, in a nutshell, are super soldiers that have been bred for battle. They get in the idea that I know no fear, so nothing scares them. They're always disciplined. They're always ready for battle. They've got extra organs, so like a
The
second heart,
orcs shall
third
not
lung.
find victory this day. Only
have-
death. Look out! It's an ambush.
Charge!
Everyone down this way. They'll have reinforced bones, or have extra skin. Their power armor is actually hardwired into their nervous system, so if they get shot in the back, it feels like they've been shot in the back because they really know exactly what's going on around them multiple times. They got heightened senses.
We shall not
everything's
rest
been-
until their base
We'll
is
get through
found
this,
and
I
set
know
to
it.
flame.
Hey, keeps talking. So they've always got this
At
extra
your
edge
command.
at all times. They can pick
Following
out from where
orders.
you are, no matter where you are in the world. But each legion has their own specialty.
Show these filthy aliens what
Like, for
Imperial
example,
Guard
Raven
mean.
Guard are stealth specialists. They can go in and out of an area in the same power armor, but you will never hear or see them until you're
The
basically
city has
lying at
been
their feet.
cleansed.
Yes,
but
sir.
we have yet to discover the source of these vermin.
Or you'll have
What's your order?
different legions. Where you've got the Chaos side, where you've got Night Lords being counter, well, let's say the equal to the Raven Guard. Night Lords were very strong in terror warfare and a lot of terror tactics, so they will go in and send only like 4 or 5 guys, but they'll terrorize a populace with the threat of being attacked or people being found left out on the street with no culprit, or mass murders will be happening, and they end up making a world submit to them that way. They'll lose, 100 people may die, but the world then comes into submission to the Imperium. While the Raven Guard will kind of do a bit more brute force, but they will target generals, leaders, and just sneak into the back line, take out the commander, and terrorize them that way. You have more realistic ones, Ultramarines being the Boy Scouts of the Warhammer universe. They're good at everything, but they're not bad in anything. They don't have any like unique feature. They're very good in logistics, but logistics really isn't a superpower. They have the biggest section of the galaxy claimed to them, and everything is well funded, but they're not good in terror tactics. They're not good in sabotage or warfare. They're just there. They're good, don't get me wrong, they're like the Swiss Army knife, but that's the problem, it's Swiss Army knife. Where someone that's very, very specialised, which would be salamanders, very, very reliable, they are flame-based. A lot of their weapons are going to be flame-based. They maintain their own equipment. Everyone gets taught how to be a smith. So all of their stuff is fantastically well maintained. But they are so flame-based, it just becomes our identity.
Here to serve. I exist to serve. As you wish. As you wish.
That's your wrong now.
Yes, Lord.
So, branching from that, you've got super soldiers to just general men and women. They've been brought up and told they're going to be in the guard, get standard training, standard weaponry.
As you wish.
Their only real benefit is mass numbers.
The
like
Emperor protects.
15-man squads are just your starting group. So you've got mass numbers, you've got tanks, but their main claim to fame is artillery. They will bombard and shake the ground and put you in your place. And then once you realise that the shelling has stopped, you know the mass Russian style over the trenches charging at you style will come. And there will be 2, 3, 4,000 at a time.
We're here.
But since they are just men and women, they break very, very easily. Their morale is only 250 compared to
While the enemies
mine
of
at
the
500
Emperor still
with
draw
Space Marines at
breath, there
500.
can be no peace.
So they will break very, very quickly. The Space Marines, when they break, will have their sergeant rally the squad, and everyone kind of comes back together going, yep, we've got a plan, keep moving. The Imperial Guard, their commissars, execute people. This is what they do. They just execute them straight away, and that is it. And everyone around them just going, okay, so I'm either dying by my commissar's hand or by the enemies. Either way, I'm dying.
The Emperor protects.
See what they've gone into the law.
My aim shall
The
not falter.
Imperial Guard have a 95% chance of death per deployment. So anyone who is a veteran of the Guard, that's fired more than 2 or 3 deployments, is someone you have to listen to. They won't not necessarily be a commissar, but they'll be the guy that'll be like, no, this is how you do things. On the other side, Orcs, which are, they're not my favourite, but I do enjoy them, are alien fungus. And that is essentially what they are. They are big, dumb, stupid. Looks like I'm actually getting too loud for the mic. Let's go back quicker. They're only in there for a fight. That's their entire game, is they want to have a fight. And either they'll fight
This
themselves,
day shall be a glorious one for the
or they will
Imperium.
fight anyone
For the
around
honor of
nearby.
the
They have no
chapter.
allegiances, they don't give a shit about hierarchy that much. Their mentality is the big
We stand ready.
the Orc boss is the biggest. That is it.
Walk softly and carry a big gun.
While they'll look at like the human way of having
There is the source of this scourge.
general line infantry and commissar and the people up above them, which may not
Taking
be
damage.
always the biggest.
Follow me into battle.
Orc is whoever's the biggest is leader, and if you don't like the leader, you can kill him. You can kill him. You now become leader. You now do.
Space Marines, advance!
We stand ready.
So a lot of the time, they will just come in just like a ball of chaos, a literal ball of chaos. Just fuck things up because they're bored on a Monday. While you're
This
actively
day
going,
shall
what the
be a
fuck are you doing?
glorious
And they're like,
one
oh,
for the Imperium.
fun. Looked like you were too peaceful. a good example of their kind of mentality. In the universe, there is a war, which is basically hell. Demons are in there, chaos live in there, and anything that goes in there generally gets attacked by everything. Humanity, when they go through it, because they use as a transport, use shields to stop things getting in, so everyone still gets attacked psychologically by them. But the demons don't come in. Orcs actively turn their shields off because they see the demons jumping into their ships as in-flight entertainment. So it's no longer the I'm stuck in here with you. The orcs are like, oh, you're stuck in here with us. Let me go get double wounds.
I command in the name of the Emperor.
What's your order?
I mean,
Reporting,
I
sir.
what actually having.
I await your instructions.
Charge!
Ever vigilant.
The most entertaining competitors, aside from the just kind of 5-year mentality of I want to fight. There's a lot of lore behind it. If you want to go digging, you're more than welcome. But
Yes, my lord.
whatever they think becomes reality. So if they think, and they do think this, red goes faster, anything they paint, them, their vehicles, buildings, whatever, that actively goes faster. There is no mechanical way. It's the exact same engine between coils, like all different vehicles, exact same engine across the board. The red one will go faster. Plain and simple.
The enemy is attacking.
Green is best, blue is the sneakiest. So if they make themselves blue, they suddenly have incredible growth, and you never see them just kind of phase in and out of existence.
None shall stop us.
It is just this mentality. But then they can also do the exact same thing of they don't know the source material or how to go about. I usually to explain it a little bit for me. I'm really delved into it. So refer to like West Hammer, Ricky, mainly two that I've really watched. There is a
There,
number of them.
that's the last of them. Well done, Blood Ravens. Victory is ours.
I'll pause that for
I am honored to be in the presence of a librarian. I wish to know how my men can better serve you.
We shall wait for the captain to finish his prayers. I saw you stand against the orcs. You are a brave man, Colonel. I wish I could say the same of your men.
I shall strengthen their resolve, my lord.
See that you do, or we shall do it for you. You have something you wish to say. Say it, Colonel.
How did you know?
Even without my psychic gifts, it is obvious. Speak.
Is it true your company eradicated a heresy on the planet of Cyrene recently? An exterminatus, down to the planet's last man, woman and child.
Colonel, your company is welcome, but such questions are not. Do not ask the captain about Cyrene if you intend to remain in his good graces. Brother Captain, the Colonel wishes an audience with you.
Thank you, Isidore.
My lord, my Tartarus 37th Imperial Guard Regiment stand ready to serve you in protecting the city. They wish to make amends for...
They will have many opportunities to prove themselves warriors worthy of the Emperor. The Blood Ravens are leaving the city. Its protection is in your hands.
I will ready my men. May I ask what your next course of action is?
Orcs only respect strength. I intend to show them that we have it in ample supply.
Okay, now there's also when the orcs have the ability to make whatever they think happen. In their vehicles, they will fill up their vehicles with fuel of some description. I don't think it really is explaining what they fill it up with. It could be fucking water for anyone really knows. But in doing so...
War Journal of Captain Gabriel Angelos. The situation on the planet Tartarus is grim. While the Blood Ravens crushed the main Orc offensive at the spaceport, the bulk of their force is not engaged. They gather in the wilderness, awaiting a critical mass of bodies that will overwhelm the Imperial forces in a green wave of death and destruction. The Blood Ravens will not allow this to occur. Orbital monitoring has detected an area in the southern forests where the Orcs appear to be massing. Orcs only respect strength, so they will look to the largest of their groups to lead them. We will insert a small, covert strike force to eliminate these Orc leaders and destroy any encampments where the Orcs might mass. This should cut to the heart of the Orcs' fighting spirit and delay their inevitable counterattack. We must tread lightly, lest we disturb this slumbering beast.
Anyway, so they'll fill up their vehicles with fuel, drive away, vehicle runs out of fuel, stops. And they'll talk to each other going, "You filled up the vehicle, didn't you?" "Yeah, I did." "Oh, so we're fine then." And they'll turn the keys of their vehicle, which is completely out of fuel, but they believe it's got fuel in it. So it just starts back up and continues going. There are a number of instances throughout the lore where Orcs have run out of ammunition, or whatever the fuck they use. They think they still have ammunition, so bullets still keep coming out of their gun, even though they haven't changed the mag, anything, it just continues to work. And the famous, and the one I really, really enjoy, Wes Hammer talked about this in one of his Orc videos, where Orcs at a different battle decided they needed some heavy armor but they didn't have any. So a group of them got together, and it was basically 4 of them, think a funeral procession kind of style, carrying one guy on top. They're all chanting, "I'm a tank, I'm a tank, I'm a tank." And the next thing that happens is they shoot them with their standard bolters throughout the game, throughout the lore, sorry. And it just reflects off it like they are actual armor. So they have to bring in their own tanks to shoot these 5 Orcs, or 6 Orcs, just charging saying "I'm a tank." Everything about them changes to actual armor. If they weren't so stupid, if they didn't have the mentality and the intellectual capability of a 5-year-old, they are the most dangerous fucking force on the planet, in the whole galaxy. But since they are so dumb, it is kind of like this eureka moment every time they have this kind of epiphany. It becomes very scary. So Orcs being the first target for this is probably the best, because it's just a mass horde. You can just throw bodies at them and they just keep coming back. And as I said, they're a fungus, so they don't breed as much as what humans do and anyone else will do. That as they walk, they drop spores onto the ground. Those spores end up creating Orcs very much like a fungus. So if you have 10 Orcs on the field and you leave them alone for 2 days, just them wandering around an area will drop 1,000 of their friends, which then will spawn within 2 or 3 days. And it just continues on. For each one that spawns, they start walking around, dropping more spores. You end up having a planet-wide invasion from 10 guys. So generally, if Orcs are on a planet, humanity deems it as irrecoverable.
You have your orders. Now go. And may the Emperor protect you.
I do not care for all this sneaking about.
I know, old friend. You always have preferred the direct approach.
We have the Imperial Guard. Why not send them into battle instead of treating them like glorified shepherds? If we meet the Orcs in force, they cannot possibly stand before us.
We have fought the Orc 100 times before. They thrive on war. A direct assault on them would likely improve their morale, and simply attract more of them. The casualties would be enormous.
What are the Imperial Guard for if not to die for their Emperor? At the very least, we should retain a regiment to remain at our call. We have little support this far out. We would not want to be remembered for our carelessness.
We, old friend? or me?
We are brothers, Gabriel. You know better than to ask that question. I know what this is about. There was nothing you could have done to save Cyrene.
Do not mention that place again, Isidore. Cyrene was my homeworld. My responsibility. Scout Team 3, do you copy?
Yes, Captain. We are currently en route to the pump station.
The local Imperial Waterworks has fallen into Orc hands. If we are to reclaim this area, we must first retake this position. Scouts have infiltrated ahead of you and will assist you in your reconnaissance. If things prove to be more than you can handle, reinforcements will be mobilized to assist.
Getting into position. This area is crawling with orcs. We should infiltrate to sneak past them. Do not get too close, or we may be spotted.
Excellent. Your Scout Marine squad is now invisible to all enemies except for commanders. Keep in mind, though,
Scouts awaiting
if you are
orders.
attacked, your invisibility will be broken, and some time will pass before you can utilize it again.
Yes, my lord. Scouts in position. We will move ahead and mark any enemy positions.
Now this mission is kind of falling to the Soulstorm Quality of Life, where there would be an actual button you can press so that you go in and out of infiltration. Soulstorm just made it if you're in heavy cover,
On
you're
patrol,
infiltrated.
gathering
Only for
intelligence.
units actually able to do it.
Scouts advance. Scouts advance.
So this has just kind of trivialized it to a point where I can just kind of wander around
Getting into position.
with no penalty. And you may be asking, and I probably should have brought this up as they're going to tend to that orcs and their stupidity. The guy in blue, Isidore, he is known as a librarian, as Colonel alluded to. Librarians are people that are able to use the warp through their mind to abilities that they want to do. Whether they're using lightning, summon fire, have a bit more shielding, move things around with telekinesis, whatever they really needed to do what that specialty is, they can kind of get trained on how to do it.
Scouts advance. Gathering
Since they're
intelligence.
also space marines, they can get super augmented as they do, but they get put into positions where they are magic users in the world. Essentially looking into the warp and using the warp. The warp can heal into your mind as you heal into it. So a lot of times the librarians have to refocus themselves and stop their warp from coming in pain and just keep using it as it is. So they have to be very careful about how much they use and what they do. Because if they're not careful, the warp can kill them, the warp can contaminate them and turn them into demons.
And will take them down
It
from
can
here.
just ruin things entirely. So librarians are very, very frowned upon in some chapters, in some legions. Others are lauded. Thousand Sons and the Chaos side, when they were loyal, was very heavy into using librarians for everything, and everyone was basically librarian. Or you would have someone like Space Wolves, which is Vikings in space. They don't believe in having librarians as part of the Legion and their chapters, so they'll have rune priests, which then talk to the homeworld of Fenris. Each legion's stance on librarians will differ. Some will, as if, much love them, some hate them, some have general distrust of them.
Scouts advance. The enemy is in our sights. Commencing infiltration.
My mission instead of trying to kill everything as I go.
Commencing infiltration.
The wretched Xenos are guarding a
Scouts awaiting
strategic
orders.
point. Scout Team 2 is upgraded with sniper rifles. They will make short work of these orcs.
Scouts here.
each to their own. My view on a librarian is they are very good at what they do.
Area secured. Scouts advance. Yes, my lord.
The risk of them turning is far greater.
At
So
your
it's an
command.
understandable risk of Chaos doesn't care, and they will actively use warp against you. So having someone that
At
can
your
combat
command.
warp via warp, very much like fight fire with fire, can be very beneficial on certain battles. But you have to be very careful about what you do instead of trying to push yourself too far to try to help. Because the warp will always tempt you with things that you want to know. The
Area
warp can see
secured.
into your soul and into your being to know if you've got a huge ego. It will start stroking your ego going, you killed them so quickly, it was amazing. If you've got pride, you can say you killed 1,000 people, you can even have a bat an eye about it and get you through there to a point where you
Scouts
start
awaiting
believing
orders.
in what the voices in your head are telling you.
Scouts advance.
And that's where they start falling
Lining
to
up our
chaos.
targets
They
in
start
orc patrol.
believing.
Taking
Wait for them
damage.
to pass before we attempt to sneak by and mark any enemy
Right,
positions.
right.
I sense danger. We will root it out. Commencing infiltration. Search commencing. Gathering intelligence.
Okay,
Yes,
so
my
this is
lord.
the other part of it. Normally, if you're holding your fire, you can just kind of walk past this, but Soulstorm and Dark Crusade added in that the wire banners and listening posts are able to detect infiltrated units. So instead of being permanently stealth and you just not shoot, because that was what originally was, is you'd be infiltrated, you can't shoot, you're completely vulnerable, but you can walk past everything. They changed it to now be a passive ability, you're able to shoot while you're infiltrated, but they allowed more things than just commanders to see you. So this part of the mission is going to be
Scouts
hell,
awaiting
because I
orders.
no longer have the
We will move
God
ahead
mode that I
and
had
mark
for the
any
first
enemy
quarter,
positions.
and I now
Getting
have
into
to
position. At your command.
essentially leave
At your command.
one squad back and just snipe.
Scouts
No, I'm just gonna run away,
advance
'cause they just
on
don't
patrol.
die.
Scouts advance. We will move ahead
Run away.
and mark any enemy positions. Lining
By the
up
way,
our targets.
I
Lining
might
up our
have
targets.
a better chance.
Scouts awaiting orders.
You've got snipers.
Scouts advance. Attack. Gathering intelligence. Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. Scouts ready. Scouts here.
There we go.
Scouts ready. Yes, my lord. At your command.
I'll go stand around.
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. Search commencing. Getting into position. Attack. Scouts charge.
So, yeah, librarians, I take it or leave it. I enjoy the Thousand Suns and their mentality. I want to understand where Space Wolves come from. That makes sense of being distrustful because it is one of those high risk, high reward kind of things. So, I don't mind either way. I am more of a Chaos fan over the Royalists. I prefer thinking that way just because they seem more, while very bland beginning, being, you know, with the Chaos gods and just doing what they want you to do and becoming very fanatical, it also makes sense for me to go down the path of, well,
Well done.
they are existing.
You've proven yourself excellent servants of the Emperor. Now, secure this pass before we
Search
press
commencing.
on.
We will take them down from here.
Because a lot of the time the Imperium will talk about the Emperor being the Emperor of mankind, a perpetual, someone who does not die, they'll just keep reincarnating as time goes on. He is there in their world a god. He wasn't. He was a man with extreme extreme abilities. Like he could control his size, he can control how people viewed him. He at times was 10 foot, 20 foot fucking tall, depending what he needed to be. Other times he could have been a 70-year-old man hiding in the crowd. He was a very, very powerful being. He rallied people as time went on and actually founded the Imperium, brought everyone together, spoke the Imperial truth, which was everything about galactic conquest and technology. He was the one who created the Space Marines, he gave blueprints on how to create them. He created the Primarch, which are the leaders of each legion, and that's where they get a lot of their special abilities from, is each Primarch will have an ability, whether it be they can see the future with the Night Lords, or you would have Space Wolves, which are able to grow fangs like a wolf, and they would bite through armor like butter. You would have the Blood Angels, which are very cursed, but they were very angelic. They had very long, luscious hair. They loved painting. They were very cultural. That's because they're oh, sorry, not Blood Angels. Sorry, that's the Everest Children. I cannot think of the fucking Blood Angels right now. But Sanguinius was in that path as well. He was an angel.
Scouts ready.
Oh,
Yes, my lord.
Both were very similar. No, I was right. No, that is Blood Angels. Emperor's Children are perfection. They want perfection. Anyway, I'm just going down a fucking tangent now.
Scouts ready. On patrol.
So, since everyone knew the Emperor existed, he made it very clear from the very beginning, I am not the god. I am human. I am maybe gifted, but I'm just a human. The Chaos Gods, Horn, Nurgle, Slaanesh, Tzeentch, Tichnich, as Major Kill wants to call him, they are existing. They are gods. They're able to control different sectors of the warp, and that is their domain. They're able to bring people back from death. They can get banished back to the warp, where the god will use some of his power to bring people back that he enjoys. Lucius the Eternal has a gift from Slaanesh, where if he dies in battle, if the person that killed him takes pride in the kill, Lucius will turn into them. He will start taking over their body, their soul, eventually to a point where Lucius is reincarnated in the person who killed him. So technically he never lost the war. Never lost a fight. He's always coming back.
Scouts in position.
So Chaos is understood that the gods exist, and if you call to them, they will answer. The problem is they will have conditions on what you ask for. So if you want to have immense power, you have to pledge loyalty. But doing that, they will corrupt you further, and you eventually lose your mind. You lose your ability to do anything besides become a puppet to the Chaos Gods. But the influence that Chaos has cannot be just debated. It is there. It's what they do. So I've always kind of found that more interesting as a way of trying to battle, trying to stop yourself from being too corrupted by Chaos, rather than just going to this dogmatic religion that the Imperium have of their Emperor of Mankind. Because after Horus Heresy, which is a huge thing, I'll leave you to read about that. Essentially, civil war between the Space Marines, 9 legions stayed loyal, 9 legions went against. Moving on. The Emperor was injured during that, and was put on his throne. He was able to control how people get through the war. After he was injured, he was no longer able to deny anything. He was just a fucking mummy sitting on a seat. So people around him started preaching that he is a god, he will never die, we have to feed him psychics every day, which is anti everything he had said and wanted the Imperium to be. They ended up becoming a fanatic religion. So the Imperium has gone against everything that he wanted them to do. And I find this just fucking stupid. You had books written by him, he had teachings written by him, all the people that were around at the time have said didn't want this, but people have turned it into a religion. Everyone is stupidly
Getting into position.
Careful about everything.
Commencing
Taking
infiltration.
damage.
If you say
Strategic point
anything
identified. At your command. Scouts advance.
about him that is, you know, he's a man, much like I'm saying, it's
Scouts
saying it's
charge.
heresy, and you will get killed for it. If you look at a situation going, we should ally ourselves with the Eldar in this case
On patrol.
because it would be beneficial strategically. Heresy, you're talking to a Xeno, you're going to die. If you
Getting into
know about
position.
chaos in any way,
There's our target.
you
A large orc
Search
noble who
commencing.
looks like he's in charge of this bunch. We'll take them down. We kill him here, or severely weaken the orc morale.
if you start looking at Xenos or looking at anything else you have read for, if you know about chaos existing, you will
Good
be
work. The Orc Knoll is
Correct.
dead. We will take it from here. I command in the name of the Emperor. My faith is my shield.
Engaging the enemy.
So it becomes this very problematic thing
Follow
of
me into battle.
if the Imperial Guard ever understand what chaos is, they immediately execute it. There is no question, no debate, it's just, you know, you die. So I've always found that while it fits the narrative and it works with the story, I do find it fucking stupid.
Taking heavy fire.
Because the Emperor did say
Initiating
chaos
attack
exists
protocol
if gods exist. It is not beneficial for us to play with them because they ask more than what we would ever willing to give. Chaos would want to have their servants do everything, so the Emperor wanted to stay clear of that. But in doing so,
This day
it's very
shall be a
heavily
glorious
speculated
one for the
that
Imperium.
he made deals with the Chaos Gods
My
themselves
aim shall
to make
not falter.
Primarchs. So he understood exactly their power and how much they were willing to do. But he gambled. He understood the risks, and he understood that if he fucked up, he could fix it. He didn't trust his sons to do it. He didn't trust the Space Marines to fix the fuck ups. And especially mankind by themselves. Inherently sheep.
Commencing attack.
They can't fix the fuck ups with the Chaos Gods.
Attacking as
Corrupted,
ordered.
lose, and there you go, you've lost a man, a world, a sector of the galaxy to chaos.
Beware the Imperium.
While looking from the chaos perspective, they understand that the Emperor was just a man. He wasn't a god. So they already seem theoretical. But they also know the gods exist. They know the chaos gods exist. So they will devote their time to the chaos gods, which is something that they can see. They
While
can
the
see the
enemies of
demons
the
running around
Emperor
that
still
have been
draw breath.
killed multiple times over.
For the
And they just
glory
keep coming back.
of the Emperor.
We stand
have
ready. Understood.
Incredible abilities, they're able to give incredible power, so instead of just being a normal Space Marine, we're now improved tenfold by the gifts from chaos.
What's your order?
You can have all the Primarchs have started going to demonhood and they become demon princes.
What's
So
your
they're
order?
elevated to such high power that there is not much that can fucking knock them down. There has to be a proper fight to actually kill them. But even then, they just get banished and they can come back whenever the fuck they want.
Commencing attack.
So it's very hard to argue that chaos,
Awaiting orders.
while you will lose your mind and sanity, isn't at times not worth
We will crush the enemies of the Imperium.
it. So I've always found that more interesting as a character of having this constant battle of I want to succeed, I want to make my patron happy.
Well done. The waterworks are under our control. Now we must start building a base before we hunt down the rest of the orcs. Walk softly and carry a big gun. Let us capture these strategic points and
What's your
establish a base of
We are
operations.
the Emperor's chosen.
So I just found them more interesting as characters instead of having the constant political infighting that people have, because you've got... I'm not even going down the whole path of how many different factions there are. There are fucking way too many, and people can learn at their own pace. The biggest thing is the Inquisition. They were founded after the Emperor was injured. They're the ones that dictate what is heretical and what is not. They are as they are. Witch hunters, heretic hunters. That's all they do. They will look at anything.
Scouts in position.
They're the ones who dictate, if you know about chaos, you get to die. It doesn't matter your rank, it doesn't matter how high into the Space Marines you are, the guard you are, if you're a leader of a world, doesn't matter. You know, you don't. If an entire world has been corrupted by chaos, by a hive city with 2 or 3 billion people, if they fall to chaos, the Inquisition will look at the world and go, what can that world provide? Does it do resources? Okay, it does resources, but can we get it from elsewhere? Yes. Are they the biggest supplier? No.
Cleanse, purge,
so they can make the decision.
Moving out.
Instead of trying to save the world or try and fix it, they just go fuck it and just destroy the world. Because that is safer for the Imperium as a whole, is to have this world completely removed from existence. There are times where the Inquisition and Space Marines, the oh, no, that's fucking explain. It'll come to me in a sec.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
Oh god, so she's scratching the back of my mind. It's now going to bug me. Grey Knights. There we go, Grey Knights. Just Google it.
Yes, my
Grey
lord.
Knights will come onto worlds that have been infected by demons. They will clear everything. They will fix everything, perfect, everything's back to normal.
Orders received, brother.
Anyone who's worked with them, any of the Imperial Guard that's worked with them, they're not heretical, they're completely loyalist, 100% all the way. The Grey Knights go, you know we exist, you cannot live. You know exist, you know that chaos exists, you've seen demons, you are now permanently corrupted. Even though there is nothing about you that says that you want to go to chaos, you can actively tell them, fuck chaos and fuck everything about them. I believe in the God Emperor. They don't give a fuck.
Securing objective.
You know chaos exists, you cannot be let to live, because in their mind, you'll talk about chaos, you'll actively try and promote and try and convert people. That is a threat. You're dead.
Walk
So,
softly.
Them to
Carry
give
a
any
big
sort of
gun.
assistance, as soon as you see a Grey Knight, you just, no, I'm dead. You might as well eat your own fucking gun barrel.
Direct us
Because
to the
at the end of it, even if you
Stay
survive, you're
vigilant,
gonna die by
brothers.
their hands.
We stand ready. Stay vigilant, brothers.
So it
Walk
becomes very
softly
much a
and
hard
carry a
argument to
big
say
gun.
that you should really
Space
stay
Marines,
loyal
advance!
if you are just easily
Yes,
removed.
most beneficent one.
If whatever you do, whatever you say, no matter how
With
much
all
you
due
want to
haste.
make it very clear that you are on the same team,
Initializing
part of the
build
party,
protocol. With all
Doesn't
due
matter.
haste.
The
you know,
enemy
something
is
exists that
attacking.
shouldn't know
One
exists.
initiated.
Goodbye.
At your command. Commencing attack.
While with chaos, on the other hand, and people can argue this all they want, chaos will go, you know exists. We can give you power, we can give you opportunity, we can tell you the future, we can make you a demon. Will that ever happen?
Commencing
But
attack.
no, it depends on how much you do for them, and how much they like you and how much you want to see you continue on. There's a fuckload more of a chance to actually get into some sort of hierarchy than chaos, which is just constantly events impact, than it would be to have any sort of chance fighting anything but Orc and Elder. You fight chaos at any time, you're guaranteed to die. Well, with chaos, yeah, you may lose the fight, but you will constantly have new people will fall every time,
We will crush the
because
enemies
chaos
of the
is
Imperium.
eternal. There's nothing that stops them. It is a constant niggling effect on the Imperium from day to day.
None shall stop us.
Scout Marines are available. They can be built from the stronghold.
Yes,
Scout
Lord.
infiltration research is now available.
With all due haste. Build routine 721 initiated.
Praise the Emperor. Faith and duty. For the glory of the Praise the Emperor. We are united in his service.
Awaiting orders.
Today, the enemy shall know fear. Space Marines, advance!
We stand ready.
Confirmed. What would you have me do?
Fear denies faith.
Scouts ready.
What am I doing to that?
Yes, Lord.
Oh, I forgot about Tom's to go do these.
I
come
exist to serve.
Under
these,
fire!
and then you can do
Yes, Lord. I will do as you ask.
Walk softly and carry a big gun. Today the enemy shall know fear. This day shall be a glorious one for the
We
Imperium.
are the Emperor's chosen.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace.
Scouts ready.
Look, there is a lot about the Warhammer universe. Thousands upon thousands of books that talk about
Awaiting orders.
each the factions, Eldar, Dark Eldar,
On
Chaos,
alert,
Space
brothers.
Marines, Imperial
The enemy
Guard,
must be nearby.
Sisters of Battle.
Area secure.
It is a huge world. The whole universe love it to death. It is not a... The best way I can describe it is that there are no good people. There is no good faction. There is no kind of Superman or anything. Everyone is, in their own way, fucked. Imperium, everyone backs them. The humanity, everyone kind of relates because I'm a human. We now got superhumans that actually help protect us. And as I was saying, the Inquisition's there, you get fucking killed.
Frag
because you
grenade research is
understand
now available.
that
The
chaos
all-telling eyes of the skull probes are with us. Find them on our listening posts.
Back to where it was. You got the Dark Eldar and Dark Eldar. Ancient civilization. Got split in half
The Emperor
when
protects.
Chaos God Slaanesh was born. Dark Eldar ended up making a deal with Slaanesh saying,
Follow my
you let
lead.
us live and we'll do exactly what you want us to do. So they end up
Beware
becoming
the
so
alien.
twisted that they constantly have to find new ways of excess, because that's what Slaanesh is, it's the lord of excess. So they'll have mass orgies at the original point, and then it started becoming more into like BDSM. And then it became actual flame, and now it's kind of mass sacrifice.
Yes,
And
my lord.
constantly trying to push each other to the absolute limit to get Slaanesh to go, yeah, alright, I'm enjoying this, you can live. While the Eldar understand exactly what the fuck happened and doing everything in their power to try and reverse that, even though that they now understand that Slaanesh has grip on their soul and that will be permanent.
My faith is my
So
shield.
you're fighting against yourself knowing that the end will kind of fall away. You've got Necron as another one of the factions that do come up in the later games that are undead reanimated mummies who kind of done that part of the ancient Egyptians kind of style.
What would you
Or they have
me do?
all the different sub-factions of the dynasty. Each one believes in different ways and comes from different worlds. Their whole backstory is incredibly dark because they end up making a deal with their gods, their version of gods. And their gods went, okay, I'll give you eternal life. And they went, okay, that sounds like a great idea, we'll serve you. And their response to actually giving them eternal life was to make them mechanical. Machines that can self-heal. But in doing that, they removed everything that's actually unique about them to become machines. They did finally work it out, and they did have a lot of history recorded, so they were able to work out exactly what the fuck happened. But it doesn't change the fact that after they rebelled, they captured their gods, and now they're trying to reclaim what they had lost using their own gods as tools and weaponry. That makes a very interesting character because you understand exactly what, like, they're fucked in the beginning, they understand exactly what they've done, but they're now trying to make best of their fuck up.
Yes, most beneficent one?
What would you have me do?
So,
For
a
the
lot of
Emperor.
factions, a fantastic world to get into. If you're a bit more into the normie stuff, you just kind of want to get a bit more into the
For the glory
chaos,
of the
the
Empire.
Battlefield side of it. Space Marine,
By my
Space Marine
command.
2, fantastic game, perfect intro into the setting, because you are a third-person Space Marine. You are there to just fuck shit up and go home.
For terror.
Fantastic early setting. If you're into the RTS, the original Dawn of War series, fantastic games, heavily modded, so you can
I
find something
serve
you love.
mankind.
Community around it is incredible.
I shall
They've
not
added
fail.
stuff that's been added into the actual tabletop.
By
the
my
last
command.
20
Attack.
years. They've redone models, they've done individual legions, so you get Legion or the Space World, and they've made changes to how you could play. While they will be Space Marines, a lot of them will be more hand-to-hand combat, or they'll have unique weaponry because that is what they do.
My aim shall not falter. For the
Well, the
honor
Chaos
of the
guys,
chapter.
they've ended up making each
For
of
the
the
honor of the
Chaos
chapter.
Gods personal legions. Death Guard for Nurgle, Emperor's Children for Thousand Sons, for Slanesh, Thousand Sons for Zinch, and the World Eater for Thorn. They all play completely differently. They have individual abilities. So the Thousand Sons are very, like, if you like macro and macro stuff,
For the honor of
Thousand
the
Sons are your
chapter.
voice, because they'll have 6 or 7 spells that you can just spam out. So a fantastic Thousand Sons player can just dominate just by
By my
throwing
command.
fucking fireballs
Attack.
constantly and lightning
My
strikes
aim
everywhere.
shall not falter.
While you have World
The
Eaters
Emperor
and
protects.
Thorn, which is death and slaughter, and they just want to continue fighting. The more you fight, the more you gain his favour,
Scouts
and the more
in
abilities
position.
you're able to get.
The Emperor
You have to keep
protects.
fighting, keep killing to get his favour.
My aim shall not
So
falter.
you can make it rain blood to hurt enemy morale. You forward, you take some of your resource away, you have to build it back up by getting more and more kills. Which is fantastic, exactly what World Eaters would do, and that's exactly how Thorn
At your
defeats.
command.
Beware the Emperor.
Something down here. 5 out of 15. I've actually got 20. Okay, so I've got 4. So it's 2 each. I'm just going to scout for 1. Don't do that.
Scouts will be targeted.
Community Unification and Ultimate Apocalypse, fantastic
The
mod.
Emperor
Perfect
protects.
kind of fuck around settings. Nothing is balanced. Do not expect it.
Space Marines and
Tournament level.
deployed.
If you want to do a tournament, leave the base game because it's pretty well balanced. Unification is there to
we are
do
united.
stuff in tabletop that is added to the game, and you'll have brokeness on units,
Faith
Titans
and
that take
duty.
up 3/4 of the map,
Follow
and
me into
complete
battle.
game in stupidity. Yeah, take it as what it is, as a
Marine
unbalanced
squad
mess.
deployed.
You'll have a lot of fun.
Follow my lead.
There were a few other odd games
Follow my
that
lead.
come through.
Today
Boltgun,
the enemy
if you're
shall
more
know
into
fear.
the Boom Shooters, is what they've done.
My
to it,
aim
like
shall
the
not
original Doom
falter.
1 and 2 style. First-person Space Marine against Chaos. Fantastic game. Loved it to death. Exactly what I want to do. There's
My aim shall
Orc
not
game.
falter.
Name off my head, but it was a 2D side scroller, and you were an orc fighting the Imperium, but everything was an orc perspective, so
Space
it
Marines,
just made
advance.
like logically it made no sense because you're
Walk
a super
softly
fucking orc that was able to
and
survive
carry a
everything.
big gun.
Taking hits.
By my command.
But
Attack.
for an orc, yeah, that's what it is. And if you're not
For
into the
the
games
honor of the
themselves,
chapter.
I'm going to explain this, so sticking around onto a stream talking about Dawn of War. There are thousands of books from each of the
Heresy
different
grows
factions.
from idleness.
Scouts in position. At your command.
Fear denies faith.
Oh, I'm just gonna go-
None awaiting
Shall
orders.
Scouts awaiting orders. Scouts awaiting orders.
I really should make a squad too, actually.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
Let's
Beware
squad
the
one.
alien.
Command everything.
Scouts here.
We stand ready. We will crush the enemies of the Imperium.
Can't do a march round.
Here to serve.
Oh, I suppose because I don't have power right now. Probably give me out to actually put some power down. They don't give you a lot of room to work with here.
Initializing build protocol. With all due haste.
Can I get more?
Taking hits.
Might put them out here.
I will do as you ask.
That was the last two.
Scouts awaiting orders.
My faith is my shield.
Scouts in position. Scouts ready.
We can now upgrade our stronghold to a monastery. We will need more than heavy bolters to defeat these orcs. My faith is my shield. We must upgrade the stronghold to gain access to the tools we will need to destroy this place.
Scouts ready.
Heresy grows from idleness. Direct us to the enemy.
Scouts awaiting orders. I sense danger. We will root it out. I sense danger. We will root it out. Awaiting orders.
What's your order? Taking any fire. Direct us to the enemy. Orders received. Stay vigilant, brothers. Regrouping.
My faith is my
At your
shield.
command.
On alert, brothers.
Yes, my lord.
The enemy must be nearby.
Scouts in position. Search commencing.
Direct us to the enemy.
Yeah,
The monastery is complete.
Direct us.
Sergeants will inspire your Space Marine squads to greater feats of heroism, and rocket launchers will make short work of orc buildings. We must upgrade an existing listening post with the fortified position add-on. This upgrade will increase the requisition income and add better defenses to the listening post. The Emperor protects.
Command. Gathering
Heresy
intelligence.
grows from idleness.
My faith is my shield.
Here to serve.
Yeah. Bring that forward.
Taking any
I
fire.
shall obey.
Back in front.
Scouts reporting for duty.
Yes, my lord. None shall stop us.
The listening post is now earning more requisition, has better armor against enemy attacks, and has a gun emplacement to strike
Squad
back.
deployed.
Beware, brothers.
denies
That
faith.
mechanical monster is a killer can. It is devastating in close quarters fighting, and its armored hide will shrug off small
Heresy
arms fire.
grows
We
from
must
idleness.
equip ourselves with
Fall
missile
back,
launchers
every
if we are
group.
to destroy the abomination.
Initiating attack protocol 20. We stand
Probably should have
ready.
grabbed some rocket
Fear
launchers.
denies faith.
No, there's not.
Marine squad deployed.
I could actually do want to do that. Put rocket launchers on, otherwise we'll lose.
Scouts ready. Scouts ready.
Walk softly and carry a
We have
big
to push
gun.
back and actually kill the fucking
Space
base.
Marines, advance!
Get some breath.
Awaiting orders. Yes, my lord.
Scouts charge. We'll move ahead and mark any enemy positions.
If I actually put the rocket launchers on, that's probably
Scouts
too
charge.
late.
Scouts charge.
Can DPS it?
Yes, my lord.
This day shall be a glorious one for the
Taking
Imperium.
heavy fire.
Follow me into battle.
vigilant. Weapons at ready. My lord. Taking aim. Restored. Onward to glory.
My faith is my shield.
We are the
As I
Emperor's
was saying, the first mission, having heavy weapons at the bolter and missile launcher sitting first and back. These guys aren't able to do shit because they're at the maximum range and they will always fire from most applicable maximum range. So you have 4 guys out of 9 that can do all the damage, and the rest of them do fuck all. They just stand there and move. Well, if you have, let's say, like flamers mixed in with the squad, which is 14 bolters right now. Yeah, flamers. You've got guys in here that will break morale, but can't ever use because their flamer will only go up to about there. So the heavy bolter can go out here. So if you're going to do mixed, do flamer and plasma gun, because the two of them can work very well together, and heavy bolter and missile launcher can work very well.
At your command. What's your order? Fear our wrath. Orders received, brother. Weapons at ready.
Scouts here.
Time.
And with scouts,
Taking
I've
heavy
always gone with
fire.
more of the swarm mentality of
Scouts
just
here.
snipers,
Gathering intelligence.
and just let them sit in a
Heresy
corner,
grows
like
from
slowly
idleness.
walk your way up, and just
Heresy grows from
actively
idleness.
destroy a squad before they have a chance to really respond. But having them with plasmas or having them with flamers is very, very good because they can infiltrate and just do a flame attack to constantly go coming around.
My faith is my shield.
So then your actual Space Marines that are actually fighting can go in there and do shitloads more damage because your scouts are going to be
For the
disposable.
Emperor. Space Marines, advance!
We are the
There are
Emperor's
counters
chosen.
as the game says, commanders can see them, warbanders can see them,
By my
listeners can see them.
Attack!
A few characters, well, a few different like Chaos Swords and stuff can do abilities that can see stuff. Eldar
What's your order?
have to have certain
Objective achieved.
certain specialists with them.
Scouts
to be able to see
awaiting orders.
infiltrated. Each faction has their own way of doing it. A lot of the time,
Scouts in
if
position.
you think you're
Lining
aiming
up
at
our
running
targets.
infiltrated units, orcs do get infiltrated units. They're the sneaky boys. You can run skull probes and attach them to your squad. And skull probes can see infiltrated units, but they have no attack. You can leave your skull probes around the map. They're infiltrated as well, so you have to be spotted to see them. So it's a way of scouting without being seen. And this is why I like scouts with just snipers, because they'll sit in the back there. Each one insta-kills a unit. They can't respond because they're permanently stealth and just killing shit constantly. So they can just farm kills.
Awaiting orders.
Snipers.
Awaiting orders.
You should be
On
able to-
patrol.
Heresy grows from idleness.
So you guys, you've just got bolters and bolters.
What would you
One should
have me do?
now rocket launchers.
At your command.
13, so this will be 15, 17, 19, let's get it, 20.
Scouts awaiting orders.
At your
What I
command.
might do is I'll move all my scouts into one kind of super group.
None shall stop us.
Scouts reporting
This
for duty.
day shall be a glorious one
Called
for
Space
the
Marines, so I don't
Imperium.
have just a mob of just Space
Scouts
Marines.
ready.
And all my scouts in the
Under
group,
fire.
we should just be sitting there sniping shit.
Yes, my lord.
Marine squad deployed.
Yes, my lord.
Over there.
Scouts
there.
in position. Scouts
Over
ready.
there.
Scouts advance.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace.
Launches.
Orders received,
Get everyone
brother.
to the same
Onward
page.
to
At your
glory.
command.
Snipers.
Search commencing.
Come over here.
Marine squad deployed.
Stand ground.
He who stands with me shall be
Get
my
you on
brother.
to more of an attack stance. This just controls how the AI or your squad
Taking
will
heavy
react
fire.
on AI level.
Scouts here. We will Scouts in
If you
position
have staying
mark
ground,
any enemy
they'll stay where
positions.
they are, but they will shoot anything that comes into their field of view or their range.
Marine squad
burn
deployed.
stance, they'll prefer buildings over standard infantry. So if you've got missile squads, put them on burn. They'll constantly look at buildings as an override. Ceasefire, which doesn't stop doing anything. Attack is they will if they see something, they'll follow it until it dies.
Beware the
Can be
enemy.
good. It is one of those risky things that if you're not constantly looking at what they're doing,
Ever vigilant.
you can leave a squad and they'll just end up following a squad of orcs back to their base and die. And proper human player fight them so they can tell they're aggressive, fight them to the base, and then kill them.
Awaiting orders.
Scouts in position. Search commencing.
After
Today
you've
the
got
enemy shall know fear.
back to hold ground, which is it's the default that most games will start on, where you will have enemies that hold, like your group will hold an area, but they will follow up to a certain point. Things like, I'm not sure the distance, probably say 20 meters, 30 meters. Once they reach their cap, they go back to their store. They'll stop there and walk back. So they just hold an area of a certain.
Orders received. For the glory of the Imperium.
Command. Scouts advance. Gathering intelligence. Yes, my lord.
The enemy is attacking.
Fucking
On patrol.
marvelous.
Yes, my lord. Gathering intelligence. Scouts awaiting orders.
Yeah, they can. Stop.
Scouts here. Yes, my lord. Danger. We will root it out.
Today the enemy shall
Scouts
know
awaiting
fear.
orders.
Taking damage.
Beware. This day shall be a glorious
Awaiting orders.
I'm gonna put the spirited missile on the separate.
My faith is my shield.
So they're going to target specific like enemy vehicles and buildings.
Yes, my lord.
Beware the enemy. Back into the fray!
Understood. None
Beware
shall
the
stop us.
The mutant.
Yes, my lord.
What would you have?
At your command.
Walk softly.
What's your order?
Carry a big gun.
We will crush the enemy. Taking damage.
Can issue orders to tell them to attack one building instead of attack the next one, and that would be
The
priority.
Emperor
Holy shit.
protects. While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace. Walk softly.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
We're on high ground
We stand ready.
while these guys just
Moving out.
knock up.
While the enemies of the
Scouts
Emperor
here.
still draw breath, there can be no peace.
We will move ahead and mark any enemy
There are
positions.
times, and I find this annoying, but it happens.
At your
Tell them
command.
to attack the target, and they
We'll
think,
move
oh,
ahead
there's a
and
wall
mark
in the
any
way, I
enemy
can't shoot that, I have to
positions.
go in the long way, and go around and flank it. When if you move them
At your
as
command.
they're 10 feet forward, they go, oh, this is actually in range, I can just shoot through the wall. Can be enough.
At your command.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw
I know you
breath,
can
there
hit
can
it.
be
Trust me, I know you can hit it.
Attacking as ordered.
Scouts ready. Scouts ready.
But now the snipers, just, even though they're anti-infantry, just the mob can just kill buildings.
Scouts here. Lining up our targets.
And right now they've actually found a building.
Search commencing.
Oh,
I
I don't want
sense
to do that.
danger. We
The
will
enemy
root it
is
out.
attacking.
Scouts advance. Getting into position.
To me, my brothers! He who stands with me shall be my brother.
Yes, my lord. At your command.
We stand ready.
Got a free squad, which I will.
Onward to glory!
Scouts in position.
Today, the enemy shall know fear.
Awaiting orders.
If you do notice that sometimes where my dudes are actually doing a lot of damage and then suddenly they become invulnerable, one of the most loved features in this game, each unit will have a kill animation. So you're watching, you pick up a Space Marine, cut it with his sword, throw it, and that's what it is now. What is very, very cool, but can also be very fucking annoying. Because if you, I'm about to kill this Silicon, you grab the dude next to like 4 or 5 seconds.
The enemy is in our sights.
Kill.
Getting into position. Commencing infiltration.
So you can move.
On alert, brothers. The enemy
Cool
must be nearby.
around that. I'll accept that and just like have my orders. I'm just gonna go, yep, cool, I'm winning this battle, I'm just making mockeries of shit. Here's what that is.
Cleanse, purge, kill. Nice.
Each unit, but all factions have their own unique animations to do kills. And the attention to detail, each of the Space Marines will sometimes have different animations based on what they're carrying.
Stay
A
vigilant.
lot of them when they're in hand-to-hand combat will do just their knife. But if you watch the heavy warfare guys, if they go into hand-to-hand combat, they are just poking enemies to death with their heavy bolts and just swinging around the heavy weight. So there is enough specific detail to say that it's not one specific thing, because you only have 4 dudes in the squad. Those 4 dudes are now animation.
Charge.
Scouts awaiting orders.
The rocket launcher dudes, they will punch. If
Scouts
they're in
awaiting
hand-to-hand
orders.
combat,
This
they
day
will
shall
punch.
be a glorious one for the Imperium.
Plasma gun, flamer, and standard bolter, I don't believe have
Attacking
anything
as
unique.
ordered.
I wouldn't expect them to go that far to say flamers. You're going to be different.
Weapons at
Plasma
ready.
guns are something different.
Time.
They've already gone above and beyond to have missile launcher and missile launcher has something.
Moving out.
I don't blame them. Besides, what
Scouts here.
in hindsight,
While
you
the
can make
enemies of
something,
the Emperor
make it
still
work.
draw
Yeah.
breath, there can be no peace.
I couldn't.
Cleanse, purge, kill.
Considering the game was made in 2004 and the final expansion, I think it was like 2007, 2008, around that mark for Soulstorm.
Charge.
And they've got 9 factions in there that were made by the devs.
Maintain attack formation.
To have individual kill animations for all the units, so you have the Demon Prince, you can draw them through Chaos, and they'll have really unique animations. You've got the Chaos Marines, which kind of copy a lot from the General Space Marines, but they have unique units
will
like
crush the
Berserkers,
enemies
they
of
have
the
different
Imperium.
animations entirely. You've got the Assault and Raptor squads, which are Jetpack Space Marines.
None
They're all
shall
hand-to-hand
stop
combat,
us.
they've all got different animations.
None shall stop
You can
us.
upgrade them with different melee, so you've got power swords, chain swords, and power fists. All of them act
Commencing
differently,
attack.
and all have different animations.
Attacking as ordered.
So
Moving out.
at no point am I
Attacking
complaining that every weapon
Commencing
has
attack.
doesn't have any animations. The dudes went above and beyond for a. This has been the first one to a series of an RTS. They had no idea
Ever
what was
vigilant.
good.
While
Relic
the enemies
made
of the Emperor
Relic
still
made
draw
a
breath,
lot of
there
fan
can be
favourites
no
around the
peace.
early 2000s. Company of Heroes was at other franchises as well as Homeworld. The effort the devs put into each of their games is fucking phenomenal. It is a shame at times
Charge.
they
We
get
are the
lumped
Emperor's
with
chosen.
publishers that don't allow them to be who they are. Under THQ,
At
is
your
when they made
command.
the original Company of Heroes.
This day shall be a
Dawn of War 1 and
glorious
2.
one for the Imperium.
I think Company of Heroes 2 might have been under Sega at that point, but THQ was in the mentality of, you've got a fantastic fucking idea that sounds cool, people are going to buy, you've got the time, you've got the money, As long as we break even and make money out of it, we do not give a fuck. It just sounds awesome. Do it. Sega have been around in the game far longer than THQ. They were the original kind of competitor to Nintendo. So
That building seems to be the source of the infernal orc killer cans. Let us destroy it before they can manufacture more.
they were since they've been in the game longer. They've got shareholders, they've got reputations, they've crashing. So
that appears to be the last of them.
when
Let us give thanks to the Emperor for seeing us through this day.
when the devs came with unique ideas, a lot of them were shut down. You could tell with Comedy Heroes 2 was kind of that kind of final free reign the devs all had. After that, it became a bit more
Scouts ready.
like whether it's structured, a bit more restricted in that way. But they still had the ability to make what they wanted to make. But them wanting to expand on the Homeworld franchise, it is more of a niche. It is very much you will enjoy Homeworld. What video to it, and if that's what you want to do, you do it. You know the community is not going to be huge. THQ would have looked at it and went, cool, we've got X amount to make, as long as we break even, we're cool. Sega is more, we need to make 50-75% on top of breaking even, and they wouldn't greenlight it until they didn't see the ability to do it.
This
Copy
day
Heroes
shall be
3
a glorious
was one of the final ones that they kind of made while they're under the Sega banner, and the way they got that one over the line with the time and effort and attention to detail that they did, they had to do microtransactions for it to be sustainable. I could tell that they didn't really want to do that. They wanted to go with more of a traditional expansion pack rather, which they did Dawn of War 1 and 2, and Comedy Heroes 1 and 2. But that's just not what the game was right. So I can understand that they kind of put into a hard place. So the industry became a lot of microtransactions which were cosmetic. They have still gone down that expansion pack route in turn. They've released a lot of major updates which will have different battle groups, Australians, Canadians, the Allies, different areas of the Germans, the level 2 setting. And I can understand that. Dawn of War 3, one of the games I wanted to like as much as I want, like the franchise, the universe, everything got improved, they added more and more than unique units. They tried to make it into a Dota, but like RTS Dota style, which was capture pointing, similar to this, but your base is very limited, and it was attack, defend, that was it. You lose 2 generators, that's the end of the game. There was no more of this being able to expand, put bases in and like put your base anywhere on the map. It was you are in this corner, enemies in the other corner, you know where you both are. Whoever can swarm and macro the best wins.
I must speak with the captain.
He is giving the Emperor his praise. Leave him this moment.
Yes, brother librarian. We completed our sweep of the area and can find no more orcs.
Indeed. Tell your squad to move ahead and clear the company's path.
Yes, brother librarian.
I will suffer no trespass.
Cool, that's now done. To give people some insight that haven't played the game, the other dude that was coming through in the black, is a Chaos Sorcerer, which is the Chaos equivalent of a Librarian. They can psychically talk to each other, they both can feel each other as a presence. So the Chaos Sorcerer was trying to enter the librarian's mind to have a chat with him, because that's how they want to play it. They don't want to have, if they can try and subvert and corrupt the enemy from within, it makes them a lot easier to have a chance to succeed their battle. Since the Chaos Legions aren't as big as the Imperium, they don't have the steady stream of people like the Imperium does. They have to go with more shock tactics and subversion, because you're now thinking about trying to play like more like ways like the Taliban did in Afghanistan and Iraq, where they would have to hide amongst the populace, they would have to corrupt commanders from within, do a hit and run tactics, and if they do a full-on assault, it is almost predetermined that they should win, or in their mind they should win. Chaos has done that same path, where they would try and convert the librarian, because if you get rid of the librarian, then it's also have a bit more free reign to do what they want to do. They don't have that yin and yang to try and combat them. If you're able to corrupt a company or even a few squads of Space Marines into your side, and you've got a few squads left, you know how to fight. If you're able to convert the Imperial Guard into turning traitor, you now have the entire regiment, because they'll try and corrupt the entire group in one hit. And the Space Marines then will no longer have that backup. They now have to fight people that are equal to them and been supercharged by Chaos, as well as the Imperial Guard, which is just more fucking fodder. So
The Orc invasion is far more serious than we originally imagined. The Imperial Navy, with the help of the Bloodraven's battle barge, the Litany of Fury, has regained tenuous control of the space around the planet. However, the number of Orc troops and supplies that have reached planetside far exceeds our original estimates. The Orc menace has spread throughout the low-population areas of the planet. Civilians are fleeing en masse to the cities, where they hope the higher concentration of Imperial Guard can protect them. Due to our recent actions, we were able to destroy several Orc forward encampments and kill many of their leaders. So we can expect at least a brief respite from further Orc attacks in this area. The Bloodravens have returned to the capital city of Magna Bonum to prepare the defenses during this downtime. Brother Mateel, 2nd Squad is to man those buildings opposite the market streets. Go! Brother Tantheus, take 9th Squad and shore up our defenses along our southern flank. We need those gun emplacements operational. That is correct, Brother Corrales. Begin executing Protocol 18. We will silence that Orc artillery.
My lord, I have taken the liberty of stationing my Imperial Guard around the key facilities, including the spaceport and power plant.
Your initiative is admirable, Colonel, but I need you to pull your men back to this location where they can concentrate their defense.
But if we abandon the spaceport...
We cannot hold the spaceport, Colonel. We have to maximize our defense in one location to assure victory. Do not mistake the Orcs' simple manner for stupidity. They are far more cunning than they may seem. Now go.
Yes, my lord. I do not agree with this course of action. Why are we sitting back waiting for the Orcs to strike? We should attack! Surely it is better than doing nothing.
You would have us meet the Orcs on open ground? That would be madness. It is written in the Codex Astartes that this situation calls for a defensive action.
Of course. You are right. Perhaps patience is the better virtue here.
Brothers, the Orcs have overrun the city. This transgression shall not stand.
The Emperor
We will
protects.
fight
Yes,
until
sir.
the last Orc is dead.
Reporting,
Heavy
sir.
bolter
Reporting,
turrets
sir.
have been made available to us. Be sure to place their
vigilant.
defensive
Into
power
serve.
wisely.
With all
Landmines
due
are now
haste.
available for placement in our
Fear
enemy's
denies
paths.
faith.
The Orcs maintain an iron grip on the city's strategic points. We must break their hold and deny the orcs their supplies.
I await your instructions.
Okay. Oh my god.
Beware the alien,
Here to serve.
the heretic.
I know talking about the Codex Societies, it is the
Marine squad deployed. The area is secure.
main thing of the means of space.
Faith is our
It
shield.
was written by, I don't know, man. My cat's just decided now it's the perfect time to want attention after sleeping for the last 4 hours.
At your command.
It was written by Robute Gilliman, Primarch of the
We
Ultramarines,
stand ready.
as a way to try and make
Marine
strategy
squad deployed.
uniform across all the different companies, all the different legions and companies. The Space Wolves
Faith
looked
is
at
our
the book
shield.
and went, fuck that, don't want it. The Imperial Fist went, okay, we don't want the book, but we can see you're not shut the fuck up about it, so we'll have it. But they went, we'll do it under the condition that we're allowed to still be a legion. After the Horus Heresy, everyone agreed, but the Imperial Fist, to make chapters. So you would have smaller groups of 100, 200 Space Marines instead of having a legion of 1,000 to 2,000. Split them up so then if one goes rogue, it's only that small small chapter compared to. Just need to pause again. My cat needs to go out. Instead of having the entire legion go bad, which is what the Horus Heresy was all about, which was Legion v Legion, Night Lords v Raven Guard, which was full force v full force, which makes sense on Robute's side to try and control another Horus Heresy from happening. But in doing that, they've kind of went stupid with the book. They review it and they don't allow themselves to have abilities for flexibility. It is, if the orcs are attacking you, go defensive. If the orcs show weakness, go on the attack. Logically, it makes sense. War is not logical. War is always things are happening at real time, and anyone that has seen war or been in war will know the plan goes out the window after the first round is fired. So it's an interesting thing, and I understand how it is. And in the universe, the Codex makes sense. If you have uniform, everyone can kind of follow the same playbook. Sometimes the playbook doesn't make any fucking sense, which is why people say the Space Book is bad. But it is what it is.
I await your instructions.
I need a blessing
I
person
will
there.
do as you
And
ask.
Cat didn't want to go out. He's just demanding attention.
Build routine 721 initiated with all due haste.
Faith is our shield.
Get frags, that's what you really don't use, but you should. Upgrade the commanders to his power
At your
source.
command. Yes, my
The Imperial
lord.
Guard as the second line of defense.
Stay vigilant,
He goes
brothers.
up forward.
Yes, my lord.
Get you
We are the
forward.
Emperor's
Here
chosen.
to serve.
We are the
this.
Emperor's chosen.
We're here. We're here.
Awaiting orders.
Here to serve.
While you're doing nothing.
I will do as you ask.
Ramp. So come. So Spacebook, I understand the premise. I understand people's not used to it, and I was talking about the
The
Imperial
area
Fist.
is secure.
Their
We are the Emperor's chosen.
restriction was, I think it's called the Wall Protocol, where all of the chapters stop being chapters and go under one legion of the Imperial Fist again, and they go under the full control of Rogel Dawn, their Primarch. But that is really used as a last resort. That means everything is fucked up to a point where a large-scale attack to a point where chapters themselves will be killed because they're doing independent things, and it makes more logistical sense to have everyone under one cohesive banner. Rogel Dawn is the fortification god. He has built walls around Terra, which is the game's version of Earth, to a point where there really isn't an option to try and get in any other way besides brute force, and that is what he's planned on, and that's what he's doing. He's built everything accordingly.
Yes, most beneficent one. Build
And
routine
the only way they can
721
find issues
initiated.
and faults in the wall and defenses is to have, without going through stupid maths of law, the Emperor's personal bodyguard, the Custodes, which are Space Marines are super soldiers to humans. The Custodes are super soldiers to Space Marines. They are the absolute cream of the crop. They only stop being a custody when they start losing about 1 to 2% of their fighting prowess. If they go a little bit under what they need to be, 100% all the time, they go to 98%, they start looking at what they would call retirement, where they will get told to look at certain people, which will be very important later on in life. And their whole job is
The
to
Emperor protects.
just follow them around and make sure they do what they need to do.
Yes, my lord. The Emperor protects. We're here. Let them have it!
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium. The orcs are advancing on the left flank.
Awaiting orders.
I await your instructions. I exist to serve.
The Emperor protects. The Emperor protects.
Faith is our shield.
So that's my objective. Retake the city and capture strategic points. Alright.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath,
Or there will be my assault squads.
At your command.
Reporting, sir. Reporting, sir. Reporting, sir.
It's 3 out of the 4.
Yes, my lord.
Under fire.
Reporting, sir.
What's your order? Marine squad deployed. For the glory of the Imperium. Squad broken!
The Emperor protects. Following orders, my lord.
Here to serve.
Our main holds.
Initializing build protocol.
Marine squad deployed. To the rally point! Ever vigilant.
turrets can now be upgraded to missile turrets. These will be able to hold against almost any vehicle threat well.
Marine squad deployed. We stand ready.
Sergeant there. Also, missile launchers because they're on defense.
Direct us to the enemy. Marine squad deployed. Faith is our shield. At your command. Understood. Cleanse, purge, kill. Fear denies faith.
Plasmas, because I want to go against heavy infantry primarily, and the last guys will have escort engagement, 2 power. Power coming through. Fortify that. Fortified. That's very fortified.
At your command. Understood. At your command.
The Emperor protects.
Walk softly and carry a big
Yes,
gun.
most
Oh,
beneficent
sorry.
one.
Back to my Custodes, super soldiers to the Space Marines. The Custodes actively do games on Earth where they are trying
your
to
command.
penetrate in any way they can, whether it be corrupt someone, bribe someone, infiltrate through other means, and they test each other based off that and see how far they can go in. No one has ever made it all the way to the Emperor, which is what they're trying to protect. People have gotten close, but then have actually gone all the way through.
The blasted orcs have built their infernal structures within the city walls. Destroying these structures
We're
is
here.
vital if we are to
Show
regain
these filthy
control
aliens
over the
what
city.
Imperial Guard are
Brothers,
made of.
quickly!
Following
Those
orders.
Imperial tanks are damaged and are about to be
your
overwhelmed
command.
by the orcs. We must ensure that
For the
at least
glory
half of the
of the
group make it back
Imperium.
to the fortress safely.
Initiating attack protocol 23. The enemy is attacking. Awaiting orders.
Reporting, sir.
This is what I want to see, but the war truck doesn't actually get all the way through. And they just die on the end.
At your command.
Group 3.
We are the Emperor's chosen. Awaiting orders. Direct us. Yes, my lord.
Hold ground.
Fear denies faith. Cleanse, purge, kill.
Move, better than pull back.
Faith is our shield.
Once repaired, these tanks will serve us well in our fight against the
Fear denies
orcs.
faith.
But for now, let their spirits rest.
I await your instructions.
Heal.
We stand ready. We are the Emperor's chosen. You will stand your ground! Taking
I am
damage.
losing this one.
Taking damage. Cleanse, purge, kill.
Move back.
Orders received.
Run away. This is now the problem. Because now there's a vehicle being
Awaiting orders.
The orcs are advancing on the left flank.
Orders received. Yes, my lord. Maintain attack formation.
most effective and most annoying strategy
Yes, my lord.
is to fucking bombard you with shit constantly there. The rockets will explode on there, knock them down, and in doing that, they are now able to attack, they get up with their animation. Anything that they have that special launcher sector reload and shoot has to be done. The heavy bolters have to be set up again to those entirely. So
Yes,
having
my lord.
squad
your
plasma
command.
cannon, which is heavy against heavy increase but doesn't quite set up, and flamers which don't quite set up is more than priority.
Attacking as ordered. Yes, my lord.
Just for some fact
Maintain attack formation.
it's easier to
Stay
keep
vigilant,
them
brother.
where you have more guys in stack.
Heresy grows from rightness. Faith is our shield.
And I need a bigger squad to attack it. What I might do, so just put that on auto queue.
Yes, most beneficent one.
And upgrade that so I get more requisition. So I should only have turrets when we upgrade, which I'm not going to do, which is just changing that mode to missile launchers. And just need to
Marine
make sure I
squad
keep having
I await
6
your
turrets active
instructions.
3 on either side.
I will do as you ask. I
And
shall obey.
I need to repair that.
I shall obey.
And this is fine.
Fear denies faith. Orders received,
back.
brother. Awaiting orders.
In the meantime, you can go capture that.
Yes, my lord.
There's one over here as well.
Objective
Capture
log.
that one.
Marine squad deployed. Fear denies faith. We stand ready.
Probably going to need more. I'll do 3 and 3. 3 missiles, 3 plasma. Should be able to control it a bit better. A bit better.
We are the Emperor's Marine squad deployed. We are the Emperor's chosen.
Yep.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
Yep.
What's your order? Faith is our
3.
shield.
Grab you. Should be 6 squad coming in.
Awaiting orders.
Secure those strategic points and get reinforcements to those barricades. The Orcs will be here soon.
My lord, the orbital relay was hit in the initial bombardment and is
Consolidating
offline.
position
Our
on the
servitors are
objective.
repairing it, but they must be protected.
Without that facility, we cannot direct orbital bombardment with the precision we require. Fear not, that structure will stand.
It's fucking annoying, I can't just go over there.
Area secured. Yes, my lord. Orders received, brother. Fear our wrath. Ever vigilant. Fear denies faith.
And that will just sit there crying to one as squad dies, and it's going to come down. Fucking cat is clawing on the couch.
Ever vigilant. Understood. We stand ready.
Part of the
Cleanse.
possible
Purge.
creatures engine, not
Kill.
understanding how to path AI.
Under fire is our shield. Awaiting orders. Cleanse. Purge. Fate is our shield. At your command. Ever vigilant.
Did I not grab the last one? I
Direct
did not
us to
grab
the
the last
enemy.
one.
What's your order? We stand ready.
There's 2.
Faith is our shield. We are the Emperor's chosen. Ever vigilant. Yes, my lord. Charge. What's your order? What's your order? Engaging the enemy. We stand ready. Maintain attack formation. Stay vigilant, brothers. Engaging the enemy. Yes, my lord. Awaiting orders. Taking this our shield. For the glory of the Unified Prophet.
Yes, my lord.
We stand ready. Returning to battle. Ever vigilant. Fire in the hole! Let the grenade fly! Fire in the hole! Fear denies faith. To me!
The Orcs' right flank is advancing.
Faith is our shield. Team attack protocol 23. What's your order? Faith is our shield. Yes, my lord. Charge! To the rally point! Direct us. At your command. Awaiting orders. Marine squad deployed. We are the Emperor's chosen. Direct us to the enemy. Taking damage. Ever vigilant. Attacking. Understood.
Cool.
Orders received. For the glory of the Imperium. Awaiting orders. Ever vigilant. Point. Faith is our shield.
You guys are losing.
Rally squad!
Might have to start moving them as a group to each side.
We are the Emperor's chosen. Marine squad deployed.
Shit out of them. Against it, I'll be able to go. Point
To the rally point! Weapons at ready. Awaiting orders.
Yeah.
Ever vigilant. For the glory of the Imperium.
Badly.
Awaiting orders. Maintain attack information. Taking damage. Direct us to the enemy. Marine squad deployed. Orders received.
The orbital relay is operational.
Engaging
Let us
the
call
enemy.
in an orbital bombardment.
Taking damage.
We will crush this orc vermin. Call
Beware
the
the
wrath of
alien.
the heavens down upon them. The heretic.
Commanders are there, like the bombardment, but it is asking your warship above the above the
I
land to run.
await your instructions.
Fire the cannons in a general area.
Yes, Lord. With all due haste.
Walk
The enemy
softly
is attacking.
and carry a big
We're here. Let's show these filthy aliens what Imperial Guard are made of.
Yes, my lord.
Yes, most beneficent one. As you wish.
Marine
The
squad
Emperor
deployed.
protects. Charge!
Awaiting orders.
blast and
Engaging the enemy.
damnation. A sacred machine cult has misfired and landed somewhere within the city. We must recover the structure and any
Stand
survivors.
ready. Under fire. Yes, my lord. We are the Emperor's chosen. Taking heavy fire. We stand ready. We will crush your enemies of the Imperium. We stand ready. Direct us to the enemy. Fear denies faith.
Two squads.
Ever vigilant.
I command in the name of the Emperor.
Ever vigilant.
You need that because you're joining the front line here.
Moving out. At your command.
Squad 1.
We're here.
Faith is our
Yeah.
shield. Yes, my lord.
So we'll see how we go. Might be able to
Awaiting
push over
orders.
these guys. Let's keep it fed.
Direct us to the enemy.
It's annoying. Like, every building orcs have a fucking gun. Warband has a gun. Barracks has a gun. War Factory has a gun. Stronghold
Ever
has
vigilant.
4 guns.
Fear
Custom
denies
plates all have guns. They've got Warband has these turrets. They're original turrets. Which also help them have more population. What else am I missing? The power plants don't have turrets. Which I'm kind of surprised by.
Heresy. Marine squad deployed. What is your order?
Here.
Awaiting orders.
Taking out a lot of their shit. What I might do is I might just let that play itself out
We stand ready.
and just get fresh squads
Heresy grows from
with a
idleness.
different plan.
What is
Well,
your
it
order?
works. I'm going to get this one. So the person that's working
Marine squad deployed. Initiating attack protocol 20.
what I can, right? Ah, what they do the punching at. Just so you never know.
Stay vigilant, brothers. Claim it in the name of the Emperor.
Well,
Faith is our shield.
wild banner.
The enemy is attacking. We stand ready. Heresy grows from
Yes,
idleness.
most beneficent
The Orc's
one.
right flank is advancing. This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium. Confirmed.
Yes, my lord. Heresy grows from idleness.
Go down the front here.
None shall stop us. At your command. Orders received. Moving out. At your command. At your command. Taking damage.
So what I might do is put heavy bolters on all of them.
Faith is our shield. Moving out. Ever vigilant. None shall stop us.
That seems to work last time. Plasma I know works very, very well against Chaos Marine, because it's not there. They're classified as heavy infantry. I believe it works for heavy infantry. And
Agreed. I serve mankind.
I'll do one button.
For the Emperor.
Yes, my lord. Faith is our shield. For the glory of the Imperium.
What's this?
Burn, wretched Xenos! That's the last of their sorry structures to be found within these walls.
Yes, my lord.
The also structures is not lost, it's fucking in.
The enemy is ahead on 23. Faith is our shield.
Still fucking structures back here. A lot of fucking wilderness.
Fear denies
At
faith.
this point, I'm just going to push forward.
Engaging the enemy.
And there's the machine cult, which I need to go grab.
Initiating attack protocol 20. Yes, my lord. Direct us to
Fully aggressive.
none shall stop us.
Just defend. Now retake the city. Look at lost troop. Depth strategic. Yes.
Heresy grows from idleness.
Rockets.
Awaiting orders.
Rockets. You're cold.
Fear denies faith. Fear our wrath. Awaiting orders. Weapons at ready. It is time. We will crush the enemies of the Imperium. None shall stop us.
So I mean, like, the amount of range that they're
Under
focused.
fire onward to glory. Faith is our shield. We will crush the enemies of the Imperium. Fear denies faith.
Destroying them.
For the Emperor, ever vigilant. Attacking as ordered.
That. So what am I doing?
Yes, my lord.
So some guard not doing fucking anything useful.
Yes, my lord.
You guys can come up here.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
Capture that.
What is your order?
3.
Cleanse, purge, kill. Fear denies faith.
Good lord.
Faith is our shield.
Emperor be praised. The machine cult is still intact. We must get a servitor to finish its construction immediately.
Onward to glory. Yes, my lord. Commencing attack.
I await your instructions.
Taking heavy fire.
With all due haste.
I am ready to serve. Again.
At your command.
At last, back to war.
Dreadnoughts are incredibly powerful, but also incredibly dark. When the Space Marine
Securing
dies,
objective.
well, because they do die, as you can clearly tell with the amount of fucking bodies I've lost today. There are two things that happen. If they were just general grunts, day to day, nothing
Awaiting
really special
orders.
about them,
Cleanse, purge,
they will
kill.
be put out of their misery, because their bodies
Attacking
is
as
designed to
ordered.
heal stupid amounts of damage and keep
Orders
going.
received,
So
brother.
they'll be in this position of having no legs and only a torso. Their body's in shock, but is able to keep them alive
Orders
regardless.
received,
So
brother.
they end up becoming this fucking useless abomination.
The revered dreadnoughts are standing by.
Faith is our
Build them
shield.
at the machine cult.
Faith is eternal.
But
Weapons at ready. It is time.
lucky or unlucky, however you want to see it, if you did something of notoriety or you were part of it, you've existed for a long period of time, you might end up becoming a dreadnought, where you'd be put into a get put alive, kept alive, and you essentially what the Space Marines call hospice. And you get entombed in a dreadnought. You have what limbs you have remaining attached to the arms and legs of the dreadnought. You don't have legs and arms. It doesn't matter because everything's going to go through your nervous system and into your brain, so you have full control of it at all times.
The Orcs' right flank is advancing.
But you then have no real feeling. So you start to go a bit insane because you're only in the dreadnought. To try and prolong how long dreadnoughts can stay in service, they get put into states, which could be 2-3 days between battles, and if you're woken up for that, it could be 100 years.
What's your order?
So in that, it's a incredible fucking design. Just hand-to-handing fucking war and destroying them. Here's a Space Marine that's taken a lot of damage. For all intents and purposes, completely useless. He has now been told, you're going to be woken up every 200-300 years, whatever the case may be. Send him to hell, kill everything that's in power,
brother.
and once you're done, come back forward, put you to sleep until we need you again.
Moving out.
So they do go mad, they start losing the ability to have coherent thoughts. When they first entomb, they're still quite just lucid, they're still quite lucid, they're still very sharp. After 100 years being in the dreadnought, they start just thinking things like, they start reliving past memories in the battle they went down in. Even though it's been 200 years since they had that battle, they will replay it like they were in the game. And then they start seeing their allies as the allies they lost in that battle. But it's also the problem of, if they get woken up, mother or the ship as they either have information or wisdom, because a lot of them are very old, within 1 or 2 hours old, which is quite possible. So they may look at wisdom and guidance from their younger brothers. So they'll get woken up, and they'll be like, okay, where is Sergeant Thaddeus, or where is Tarkus, or someone else? And they go, yeah, he died 150 years ago in a battle. Huh. And he has to accept that. That's what happens. So any friends he makes as a dreadnought,
Understood.
guaranteed to die.
Initiating attack. We stand
So
23.
it's quite dark in that way. Of thinking, well,
None
you're
shall
basically
stop
used
us.
as a resource guide or a fucking book that checked out from time to time.
Ever
I have
vigilant.
awoken.
But you're also
We are the
stupidly
Emperor's
strong,
chosen.
stupidly powerful, can be equipped with whatever you
Even
need
in
done.
death I still serve.
And that's probably the best way to describe it. Even in death,
By
I
his
still
word.
serve.
I will be there soon.
You can have dreadnoughts that have an assault cannon, basically a
I will crush
A-10
those who
warthog
stand
in the
before
right
me.
arm. And on the
Taking
other arm,
damage.
you've got a missile launcher.
I will crush those who stand before me.
We stand ready.
Or you can go with the hand-to-hand dreadnought, which we've got
We
floating
are
around
the Emperor's chosen.
somewhere. I think he died.
We are the Emperor's
Yes,
chosen.
most beneficent one. Yes, Lord.
I can never get a machine gun back here. I must make my dreadnoughts in a better place.
Securing
Building
objective.
7 to 1
Which I
initiated.
don't think will probably be useful.
I will do as you ask.
Ever vigilant. Orders received, brother.
But no, it's the universe is never in this universe. Nothing is ever good.
At your command.
People do things for the right reason, but they don't do it the
ready.
right way.
None shall stop us.
If you really want someone that's very, or exactly, it's not really that complicated, that doesn't really
Orders
have a lot of
received,
thought gone
brother.
behind it, go walk.
Yes, my
Walk
lord.
all the way.
Direct us
They're
to
in
the
it just for
enemy.
fun. They don't care about anything else besides getting into a fight and having fun.
We're here.
And that's probably the best way, if that's what you want to do, and that's what you want in the
protects.
series, go Orc. If you want more complexity, you can go down the Necrons
Taking
and
damage.
the fucking interwoven dynasties of
We
people
are the
that
Emperor's
they're
chosen.
constantly fighting with and fighting over. Because each dynasty has their own vision of what they want. If you want a bit more generic ways of looking at things, but with some intrigue in the background, do Chaos. All of them have their own special abilities. If you're looking for spy stuff, go with the Alpha Legion, because their
Area
whole thing is
secured.
infiltration. They
Reporting,
are,
sir.
by default, all look like their Primarch. They shave their head, no facial features, take that to a whole lot, and they all believe they are fairies.
Crush the enemies of the Imperium.
But their whole job is to infiltrate within
For the glory of the
or within the
Imperium.
enemy and then take control.
Yes, Lord.
So they will have a target, let's say a Space
I
Marine
shall
commander.
obey.
What they'll do is they'll
Build
follow
routine
their target for
721
months,
initiated.
years, to understand exactly what they do, where they go, what's their normal points of call to what they're going to do. And then they'll find a position where they're
Taking
vulnerable
damage.
enough that they could be taken out,
Yes, my lord.
and they'll take them out,
Weapons at ready.
but then
Under
assume
fire.
their identity.
Attacking as ordered.
They'll do facial reconstruction to make them look like they're the commander. They'll help with voice changes to make them sound like they're that commander. They will actually go into the full character, so like, in theory, an Alpha Legion could kill Gabriel Angelis, my force commander
On
now,
alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
and who have so much changed about him physiologically, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference
Awaiting orders.
between the real Gabriel Angelis and the Alpha Legion. Then once they're in, they've got full control. As far as anyone's concerned, I had fallen in battle, but we found him, he was full,
Under fire. Commencing attack.
and he must have some memory loss because he can't remember
Yes,
certain
my
battles or
lord.
what he wants to do. But
Command me.
you can now tell an entire company or a entire
We stand
chapter
ready.
to
Yes, my lord.
do things that benefit Chaos, or benefit things in your own way.
Heresy grows from
So if
idleness.
it's what you're into, Alpha Legion is that is your jam. Do it.
We are the Emperor's
Night Lords
chosen.
are a bit more
Under
on the
fire.
dark sadistic side. They are my favourite
For the
legion
glory
because of the way
of the
they work.
Imperium.
They are terror tactics. They worship terror. That is well, not terror. No, they worship terror. They are terror monks.
Engaging the enemy.
The best way I can describe how they would work. I believe I got this from West Hammer, so you might need to cite him for source on how it actually.
Yes, my lord.
This was when they were loyal still, bear in mind. This is what they did with their loyal, and they didn't change anything going chaos. They just went, fuck it. It
Heresy
suits us better.
grows from idleness.
They world
The Emperor
into
protects. Charge.
what they needed to be into the Imperium. They got told to go in. They sent a couple of men in
Yes,
to
my
speak
lord.
to the governor of the world and went, look, you need to fall in line or we'll come back in. Governor basically said,
We're
"Hey,
here."
fuck yourself. I don't believe you can't be that strong. There's only 3 of you. What the fuck are you gonna do?"
Yes, most beneficent one.
Go about that. No, this is me.
I
playing the
exist
story
to
time,
serve.
forgetting what the fuck I'm doing.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Heresy grows from idleness.
So they go, alright, fair
What's your
enough,
order?
we'll take
Ever
your
vigilant.
thing
Weapons
under
at ready.
advisement.
We're
And we'll
taking
come back.
damage.
They go tell their Primarch, Conrad Kurz, what's happened, and he goes, alright,
Fear denies faith. We stand ready.
go back on the planet, take 4 others, so there's only like a small strike strip of them, cause terror,
stand ready.
get them in line.
None
Okay.
shall stop us.
So as they're leaving, jumping around a bit, so they've just got told to get they're fucking sold by the new governor, and they're leaving. The governor sends a ship from the world to follow them.
Positioning enemies of the
They'll
Imperium.
follow them out of space. The Night Lords have noticed this and they went, okay, this is the plan. We'll board their ship, and this is in outer space, so the people on the ground level can't tell what's happening. They just know that they're fine. They board the ship, torture and flay the
We will
chop
crush
them up
the
into
enemies of the
pieces,
Imperium.
absolutely fuck up the crew.
For the
But
glory
they don't do any
of
damage to
the
the outside of the ship,
Imperium.
they just keep it as pristine as they possibly can. They then fly the ship back down
None
to
shall stop
the
us.
surface. everyone on the ground screaming, cheering, going, well, this is fantastic.
Awaiting orders.
Our guys meant to beat the Night Lords, like Empress, the Pope of Space Marines, and all that shit. They open the doors just
Awaiting
above
orders.
ground level. Well, at the level they can possibly, the lowest level they can possibly.
Moving out.
They start raining the remnants of their crew onto the people beneath them. Body parts, heads, limbs, blood, everything.
For the glory of the Imperium.
The cheers go to absolute horror because they've just realised that the Night Lords has boarded their ship. Literally everyone on board has taken control of the ship and is going to use that as a way of sending a message of, this is only 3 of us. We've got a legion of like 10,000. Do you really want to play this fucking game?
At your command.
That well complied very fucking quick.
We stand ready.
It was no longer an option of a debate. It was, that's 3 of them? And to go ship 10,000 fuckers? Yeah, let's not play that game. When it comes to the general stats of things,
Ever vigilant.
the Ultramarines have the largest amount of Dark Sea, and they've conquered it in a more traditional way of assaulting, removing the governor, making the whole thing. They would lose 200 brothers in that case, or 100 brothers, or whatever the case, or the number will be. They'll lose men. The Night Lords very rarely lose any of their battle brothers. Very rarely would lose them. And will have a higher percentage of worlds that will go into submission.
Taking damage.
Just for the simple fact of they got in there and got the job done, not in the way
Yes,
that was
most
intended, not
beneficent
with
one.
we talk as humane way of doing things. But the
Build
job is
Team
done, the world is
721
submitted,
initiated.
and as far as anyone else is concerned,
Direct us to
it
the
doesn't matter
enemy.
after that point.
What is your order?
That world is now permanently scarred. They are just scared shitless that the Night Lords will come back, because they will leave them a warning saying, you fuck up, we're coming back. And it will no longer be just a warning, it'll be a fucking war. So it's just, that's the way, and that's my favourite lineage, because that just, it is not right, it is completely inhumane, fuck it was efficient, and fuck it was effective, because you got them to submit in the way you wanted to. You don't lose anyone, you don't do much, it's just in and out, no problems. SEAL Team 6 is probably a good example of a modern day version of that. Because they won't play, they won't destroy, they won't do anything, but if you know that SEAL Team 6 has been on a mission, because they're the ones who took out Osama bin Laden, knowing that they exist and not knowing where they are for the enemy is fucking scary. You're going to have some of the most well-trained, highly diverse people that you can ever have. They will come in with helicopters that
Yes,
you
Lord.
do not hear. They will infiltrate, take you out, and leave. And the only way people know they were there, you're dead, and no one heard a fucking thing.
Yes, my lord.
Modern day Night Lord.
Yes, most beneficent one.
And that's the best way I can kind of describe them. Is that they are still Team 6.
Initializing build protocol.
If you want more of a more generic kind of style, on the Chaos side, go with Black Legion and Abaddon the Spoiler.
Taking heavy fire.
Leader of Chaos Undivided, which is kind of all the patron gods kind of give their favour, no one articulates their kind of loyalty.
Orders received.
Excellent. We've managed to secure the strategic points. All that remains is to hold on to them until the orcs are expunged from the city.
And the Black Legion is probably the more generic. They are the Ultramarines of Chaos. They're the more generic. If you're looking for more of a grounded, more humane version, Salamanders are you go to, because they are loyalist side, They're the most kindest and caring
It is
Space
better
Marines.
to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
They are the mentality of, it does not matter how many brothers we lose, but if all the civilians get through and are unscathed, we have won the war. While the Blood Raven and the Ultramarines are more on the logistical side, where Orcs will be attacking a civilian settlement, they will look at the situation logistically and logically and go, we send our men in there, there is a high probability we will lose half of them without a single war coming forward. So logically and logistically it makes more sense to let it go, or bomb it from orbit, because it makes more logistic and logical sense, because you're not losing any of your men.
Yes, most beneficent
Some
one.
civilians die, but there's like fucking 20 billion of the fuckers, it doesn't
I
matter.
will do as you ask.
Salamanders are the opposite. They are the most human, most loving, big teddy bears of the fucking Space Marines. Space Marines in general do not see their homeworld again once they're in their legion. They just go off and do their thing. Salamanders stay home. They can go see the parents that raised them, go see family and friends, and it's encouraged within the Salamanders. They are also fire-based. They set every fucker on fire. And the tanks they use Melter, which is fire at a super like lava kind of style. Yeah, not lava style. Like a welder. So a stupid amount of pierce through armor. So it doesn't matter if you're in armor or not, you will be set on fucking fire.
Ever vigilant.
What the fuck am I doing now? Kill everyone, the orcs, and destroy all their buildings. Turrets can be upgraded. Oh, so I have to actually continue going forward. Just see.
Even in death I still serve.
Let's just go mob. There's something in the back here.
We will crush the enemy, taking hits. Heresy grows from idleness.
2.
I am ready to serve. Again.
You'll be 4.
Even in death I still serve.
It's everyone together.
Even in death I still serve. I am ready to serve. Again.
Heresy grows from idleness.
Faith is eternal.
And I'm just going to set everyone to attack.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
Ever vigilant. Fear our wrath. Pledge taking hits.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
We stand ready.
I am ready to serve. Again.
Maintain attack formation.
I am ready to serve. Again.
Heresy grows from idleness.
At last, back to war.
Fear our wrath. Engaging the enemy.
I am the instrument of his will.
None shall
I
stop
am ready
us.
to
Awaiting
serve.
orders.
Again.
Under fire.
Probably should have gone down the dreadnought as well.
It is better to die for the Emperor
At your
than live
command.
for yourself. At last, back to war.
We stand ready. Awaiting orders. Faith is our shield.
I am ready to serve. Again.
Faith is our shield.
Command me.
Engaging the
Slowly
enemy.
making their way.
We are the Emperor's chosen. The enemy is attacking.
I am the instrument of his will.
Initiating attack protocol 23. Initiating
I
attack
am
protocol at your command.
again.
Charge. Engaging the enemy.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. I am ready to serve. Again.
What's your order? What's your order? Urge. Taking kill.
Command me.
What's your order?
I've only 2 guns on the Michigan. I think you can upgrade stuff.
We will crush the enemies on the Imperium.
Even in death I still serve.
None shall stop us.
Even in death I still serve.
What's your order? Commencing attack.
Well done, brothers. We've
Stay
pushed the
vigilant,
orcs
brothers.
beyond the walls. The city is ours once again.
None shall stop us.
Knock it off, all of yous. We's moving out. We's not gonna stay and fight. I's the biggest orc here, which means I's the leader of yous lousy bunch of gits. We've been waiting and waiting to fight these Marine boys, and we's gonna stomp them butt good. To do that, we need the strength of all the boys, not a small, weak mob of rats like yous boys. Use your skull for something besides thumping. We's orcs, and we's were made for fighting and winning. Sure thing. You're the boss. We's gonna go get Big Boss Orc among us. He got something special planned for these humies.
Now I might leave the stream there. It is becoming very much a thing for me of having 1 to 2, 3 missions of a campaign and stopping, but I don't want to make these streams go for 6 or 7 hours, so I'd much rather do chunks of 2 to 3. Saturday and Sunday I won't be streaming. Those are going to be my days so I can play games with friends and do things that I want to do things. Monday we're picking up again with Northgard. If I remember my plan again, Northgard on Monday, then Contraband Police on Tuesday, back to Northgard Wednesday, and Contraband on Thursday, and Friday probably come back to Dawn of War and make that a Warhammer day, Friday Warhammer, and we'll go through Dawn of War 1, go through the campaigns on that, start doing a bit more of Dark Crusade Soulstorm campaigns, which wasn't a storyline, it was more Total War-esque of you assaulting certain sectors. And we'll play through as Chaos so you can get a bit more of a look on that. But we'll see how things go, and depending on community like and how everyone is looking, we'll go from there. And in that case, I will let the music play us out. We'll listen to from before, which is just going to be from the Dark Tide soundtrack. And it'll be, catch you again Monday.